I am in a public.
Commissioners.
I don't have to respect them.
Yeah, I'm explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get your hand out of my face.
You came up to me. I am being arrested for exercising my First Amendment right.
You're not here on official business.
You work for me. You can't be acting like that. Did I give you an attitude?
See what happens when you lie? What's done in the dark always comes to the light, man.
These clueless cops thought they could intimidate the public, but they were no match for fearless citizens who turned the tables and left them speechless, especially in the third case, where one officer got utterly humbled. This auditor went to the Lee County gun range to take some pictures, but little did he know a hot-headed sergeant was about to make a fool of himself.
You guys are done practicing?
I'm not really sure what you mean by practicing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The lights were on there. The lights were on there. Now it's not. I can go walk through there?
You can sign up.
Oh.
Become a member.
Oh, no, not for the moment. I just take.
That's the only way you get back there.
Yeah, I know, but I was just saying I saw through the window, and now it's like the lights are off. I'm just saying. I got a glimpse out of it.
Well,
though.
they pay to be in there.
Oh, I gotcha. I never been here. Okay, now I see how it works. Cool.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man. What's your name?
My name is Mike.
Even after being confronted, the auditor kept filming confidently. And just as things seemed to settle, the sergeant came back for round two, this time making matters much worse.
You got everything else you need?
What was that?
You got everything you need?
Something like that.
You do?
Something like that, yeah. Pretty much.
All right, well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got a badge number?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
You're not here on official business.
What do you mean?
I'm not addressing you in official capacity.
Don't you work for the public?
I do.
So why would you give your name and act
I
professional?
gave you my name. So go back and look at
Yeah, I know, but your badge number.
If there's anything else I can help you with.
Yeah, your badge number? How do I know it's you? Come on, man. Why you gotta be unprofessional? All your other buddies were cool. Are you ashamed of your badge number? Why'd you come out here, though? To address me?
The auditor wasn't about to let this slide. He followed the sergeant inside and kept pressing, determined to hold him accountable.
Can I just get your badge number? I'll be on my way.
I said no.
Why won't you give your badge
Because
number?
we're not here on official capacity. If
You don't have to be.
Of this range, we can sign you up right over here and you can pay your membership.
What's the attitude? Relax. My business is recording here.
Come back up if you need something. If it makes you feel uncomfortable in any kind of way, you let me know.
Oh, feelings, you're gonna go with feelings instead of the law? You shouldn't even have that badge if you're gonna act that way.
When the sergeant blatantly ignored the law, the auditor had one card left to play. Call in the supervisor.
I'm sorry, man. Can I just ask you a question real quick? Does he have a supervisor? Can I get a supervisor, please?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Were you looking to speak to a supervisor?
Yeah. I just need that man's badge number.
I don't know what his badge number is. Why do you need his badge number?
Because I want to file a complaint.
Regarding?
Because he's unprofessional, he gave me a bad attitude, and he doesn't want to identify. I came here to record, not trying to interact with nobody. I wanted to know who he was. He's a public servant. He gave me a bad attitude. So I want to file a complaint. At least you guys got complaint forms?
No, I don't have them.
So how do I file a complaint on this guy?
You can go online.
So how do I know who he is?
Let me give you his name. Sergeant Mike King.
Sergeant?
Yep.
Mike King?
It's shocking to see a sergeant act this unprofessionally, but what happened next flipped the script. The supervisor arrived and made the sergeant squirm.
You don't have a badge number?
I don't know what's your badge.
Can you just, is somebody gonna make things so difficult?
You came to me. I didn't talk to you.
Listen, you engaged with me over there.
You engaged.
You
Go look
talked,
at your film.
okay, you talked to me from a distance and I walked up to
You
you.
addressed me.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
You work for the people. You work for me. You can't be acting like that. Did I give you an attitude? No, I didn't give you an attitude in here. I had a very good conversation with your other big buddy that was up here too. I asked you for your son. I want to know who I engaged with.
I told you my name.
Yeah, but what's your badge number? There can be a lot of last names that you gave me here. I don't know that. I want to know who I engaged with. And it's your policy to
I can assure
identify.
you that he's the only Mike King.
Mike King. So you guys are not gonna, you're not gonna give me a badge number. Make it so simple. You're making this thing so hard. Isn't it your policy to identify? When any of us asks for your badge number, your name?
Sergeant Mike thought he could brush off his behavior, but the auditor wasn't letting him off the hook. What happened next? Pure justice.
I'm gonna find out everything about you now. Salary pay, disciplinary report. Now I'm gonna put you on blast all over my freaking platform. This is what we don't want to see this, dude. Why do you gotta act like that? I don't understand.
Public range.
Yeah.
I asked you if you would like to become a member. You said
I understand,
no.
and we
That's
were
the end of the discussion.
we were cool with it. I was cool with you.
So I'm his supervisor.
Yeah, that's fine, but he shouldn't be acting like that. I got it on camera. You sure you don't know his badge number?
I swear.
It just makes it easier for me.
No idea. I really have
What's your
no
name and badge number?
idea. Mike Swift.
What's your-
15050.
Is that so hard? No, I don't understand why your coworkers like that. But all right, you have a good day, man. I'm good.
Likewise, Bees, can I help you with anything else?
Nah.
Kudos to the supervisor for stepping up and doing the right thing. He definitely outclassed Sergeant Mike. Hopefully, the auditor files every complaint in the book, though we don't have updates on those complaints yet. One thing's for sure. This sergeant got completely owned by a citizen who knew their rights. While Sergeant Mike's humiliation was entertaining, these next so-called officers proved to be even bigger clowns, completely outmatched and outsmarted in every way.
You work here in your name, sir?
Right here. How can I help you, buddy?
How do you spell right here? See what happens when you lie? What's done in the dark always comes to the light, man.
Auditor Sean Paul walked into the Nassau County Corrections Facility, expecting a routine audit. But little did he know, he was about to come face to face with some of the biggest fools in law enforcement.
Hi, who are you, sir? You work here in your name, sir?
Right here. How can I help you, buddy?
How do you spell right here? Is it T-H-E-R-E? No, you said your name was right here, so I'm just trying to... How do you spell that, sir?
Can you answer the question?
Can I get your name and badge number? That would be very helpful to me right now, sir.
It's on my uniform.
I can't read that, sir. It's all scrunched up there.
All right, we'll be back.
Take care. Yep. Have a good day.
This officer clearly forgot that it's a legal requirement for law enforcement to identify themselves. But Sean wasn't about to let that slide. He was about to experience a major deja vu moment that would leave this officer scrambling.
You have a visit?
What's your name and badge number, sir?
It's right on my shirt.
Right on your shirt. Does the sheriff department here in Nassau County have a problem with like identifying themselves? Is it like an issue?
It's right there.
I understand, but you know, it's.
I don't know who you are. Do you have a visit? That's my question.
Do I have a visit with who?
With an inmate. Do you have a scheduled visit?
Do I have a scheduled visit? So is there no phones beyond this point or beyond the metal detector?
There's no cell phones in the building.
Oh, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna. I'll be sure to turn it off when I'm in the building. No problem.
You're not. No, there's no cell phones in the building. No cell phones.
But
period.
she just had it. You don't know if she has one or not. How do you tell if somebody has a cell phone or not?
They'll send it back to her car.
Okay, but before then, you're allowed to have a cell phone. Before the metal detector.
I didn't see a cell phone. I didn't ask her for one. There's no cell phone. So put your phone back in
Go
the
help
car.
somebody.
You can put in your inmate information with the CC number, and you can go put commissary money in.
So there's no cell phones allowed.
Not in the building.
The officer tried to deny Sean any use of his cell phone beyond a certain point, but little did he know, he was about to be exposed for his lies faster than he could blink.
Hey, deputy, I just happened to see her with a cell phone. You know, how does she have a cell phone if there's no cell phones beyond this point? I would just hate for you to like be selectively enforcing some arbitrary rules against me because of who I am or because you don't like me or whatever the case may be, or you hate transparency. Because you said there's no cell phones beyond the point where you're standing, but yet that woman just walked out with a cell phone in her hand.
Probably check her purse into a locker.
Oh, okay, so I can check it into a locker. That's great. Oh, that's good information. I wish you'd have told me about before. Excuse me, deputy. I appreciate it. Like, I can check it into a locker.
You don't have. Where are you going?
Commissary, I told you that already.
It's clear why these law enforcement officers hate transparency. They can't stand anyone holding them accountable with a camera. But Sean? He wasn't about to be intimidated by this liar, and he made sure the truth came to light.
You don't ask anybody. I'm just gonna go over here and I'll check it into a locker. Not a problem. See what happens when you lie? What's done in the dark always comes to the light, man. You lied. You said no cell phones.
100%.
Okay, but you didn't give me the option to check it into a security. Okay,
What does it say?
right.
You need me to read that to you like you didn't read my name badge?
Oh, you could read me whatever you
No
want.
cell phones allowed in Records Bureau. Records
Right.
Bureau is where you're going.
Okay, great.
No cell phones.
So there's a locker though. You missed that part. He got exposed. What a liar.
Sean took a few more steps when, out of nowhere, another deputy approached him. This one even more delusional than the last, completely out of touch with reality.
Yes, sir. How can I help you? Oh, I'm going to the Records Bureau.
You understand you can't film past the fence line.
Well, no, I'm just going to the Records Bureau, sir.
This isn't a public area.
Well, he said
Public lot.
everybody's walking into here. Yes,
This
and
is
I'm here to
Records.
see the Records
You
Bureau.
can't film past here. You cannot
Who says
film inside
that?
the
What law is
building.
that?
You cannot film inside the building.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
Yeah, I work there.
Yeah, so it's just, there's a locker, correct, where you put your cell phone? And you can put your things?
Or no lock.
I was just told that there were lockers.
No, I don't know who told you that, but we just confirmed with the records they cannot have lockers up there for people to store their stuff.
Well, I just saw multiple people come in and out with their cell phones, sir.
Well, I didn't say you can't bring your cell phone in.
Okay.
You cannot film inside the building.
Is it not public? It's not open to the public?
No, it's for business purpose only.
Right, and I'm going to conduct
There is no
business.
correction.
The Nassau County Sheriff's Department seemed like nothing more than a group of liars, desperately making up excuses because they were too scared of one man with a camera exposing their lies.
Well, yeah, in the restricted areas. I can only imagine that you can't bring it into restricted areas. I don't plan on doing that. I plan on going to see the Records Bureau, which is open to the public. Everybody's been walking in there. Okay?
What type of records you looking for?
I'll let them know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, man, they tried their best.
You are approaching a restricted area where you cannot film.
What about it?
You are approaching a restricted area where you cannot film.
Who says that?
That area right there is restricted. You cannot film inside that area.
But there's people standing right there.
That area right inside there is restricted. You cannot film inside there.
Okay. It's open to the public, though.
That area where that fence is not open to the public.
Where the fence is.
You cannot film inside that area.
I'm not going inside that area. That's not my objective
You're
here.
gonna walk by that. I'm making sure that you do not point your phone into that area to film.
Well,
The sheriff's deputy was at it again, spewing more lies, but this time, Sean wasn't having it. He delivered a final, unforgettable shut-up call that left the deputy speechless.
I just want to see if I understand you, sir. So you can look at it, but you can't film it.
Correct.
You can't record it, but you can look that way, right?
If you could see it, you could see it, yeah, but you can't intentionally.
So you ever heard if you could see it, you can film it, that you can't trespass your eyes?
Right?
Have you ever heard that, sir?
They're gonna let you in as soon as they're ready for you.
Oh, sure, no problem. Thanks, sir. Appreciate that. Let's make sure we film the restricted area over here just to prove our point. Absolutely ridiculous.
Sean didn't back down. He boldly entered the restricted area and filmed everything he wanted, proving once again that these three deputies were nothing more than clueless amateurs, exposing their incompetence for the world to see. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, wait until you hear about this council meeting, where an activist stood up to the mayor and captain and turned the entire room upside down.
I am in a public.
Commissioners.
I don't have to respect them.
Explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get your hand out of my face.
You came up to me.
Get your hand
Your
out of my
hands
face.
are in his face,
Yes,
sir.
get your hand
on my
Your
face.
hands are in his
Disrupting
face.
the
In Union City, activist Leroy Truth boldly interrupted a meeting, calling out corruption with zero fear, despite facing criminal charges just for speaking his mind.
The first comedy piece. It's basically a criminal charges towards Leroy here. And thank you for joining us today. Appreciate your time. No, we're going to do it anyway.
Sir, you're disrupting.
With purpose to harass another, make or cause to be made communication or communications in a manner likely. This is a public document.
Please
first of
show
all.
this gentleman to his seat.
To cause annoyance or alarm, specifically. This is my time.
He told you you can't read the paper.
I don't care what he
It's a
thinks.
limited form. You have to care because it's a limited form.
What does that mean?
It's under the OPMA rules. You have to sit down.
So I can't read.
He's telling that's a legal proceeding that's going on with that.
So?
You need to sit down.
This brave man wasn't just fighting for himself, he was fighting for everyone's First Amendment rights. And let's just say, the mayor wasn't ready for what Leroy brought to the table.
Something else you can't talk about.
They literally told him what he could talk about, what he can't. That's
So I can't talk about his public charges? Okay, then we'll talk about something else. I mean, look at his body language right there, how awkward that is. Okay, so Brian Stack is exaggerating and lying in order to file false charges and exaggerated charges against Leroy, against his free speech and his criticism of the mayor, as you just saw. Like, what is that about? I can't speak about. I'm going to be, arrested if I can continue to read it? They're basically your words, by the way. I was reading your words. So okay, this is...
Leroy didn't just call out the mayor, he absolutely roasted him, even bringing a hilarious award to drive the point home.
Harassment.
This isn't appropriate for discussion.
Why? What's not appropriate?
This is a matter of litigation.
So?
You have to comment on something on the agenda.
No, it's public comment. This is my... So okay, let me keep it more general then. I invite Leroy, please continue to join me in the city hall as often as you want, whether you want to come every 2 weeks, every week. And if they arrest you for harassment, that's un-American and that's wrong. the pretend police chief, Anthony Ficini, got his feelings hurt, so he decided to file charges against you. And that, I think, is wrong. The pretend police chief, Anthony Ficini, maybe someone can call him a ambulance. He got upset that you were posting cartoons.
But when things got too spicy, the mayor's attorney jumped in, inviting law enforcement to physically remove Leroy. Big mistake.
You're basically proving our point right here, how it's basically some communist dictatorship where Mayor Brian Stack, Mayor Mao Zedong Brian Stack dictates. First of all, there's another issue of the lawyer over here misuses tax dollars and is basically working as the mayor's political advisor, which is not your role. You shouldn't be stopping people from criticizing the mayor. Your role is only to stop lawsuits and to advise them on the law, not to be his personal political advisor, which you do all the time.
The mayor might have thought the chaos was over, but Leroy had one more ace up his sleeve. A hilariously savage award that he proudly presented to the mayor, leaving the entire room in shock and laughter.
Well, Mayor Stack, now I have a surprise for you. And you probably don't expect this from Leroy Truth, but because this is a night of awards and presentations, I have a special award for you, Mayor. Now, this award has never been given out in the history of the United States of America. And Mayor Stack, as you know, and are you going to do your same old, song and dance, ignore the public again? It's a shame. You should resign. But I'm going to give you this award anyway, because you've earned this. Now, I first came here, Brian, December 1st, 2024. And it's a day that will live in infamy for your life. Because since then, I've been now investigating over 2,137 allegations of corruption. Now, it reminds me a lot of your very good friend and mentor, Senator Bob Menendez, who was found guilty on all counts. You know what that means for you, Mayor Stack? You thought you were untouchable. Well, he was a hell of a lot more powerful than you. So you may be the next indicted, who knows?
Just as expected, Brian's attorney couldn't resist stepping in, escalating things even further by calling on law enforcement to physically handle Leroy. Little did they know, Leroy was ready to make this moment unforgettable.
I will tell you, since you have become mute again, apparently, your mother would not be proud, and this award was earned, I have a First Amendment right, and I am not, you're disrupting me. You are hurting my First Amendment rights right now.
Do not disrupt the commissioner, please.
Excuse me, I'm talking. This is my 5 minutes.
Respect the commissioner.
No, I don't have to respect anybody. This is my 5 minutes.
You gotta get your time back.
No.
Reclaim your time.
Harassment has to end.
This is not harassment.
Step back to the podium.
There is no statute or
There's
law
no
that
law.
says have to go
Back
behind
to
the
Saco.
podium. There's no statute or law.
The officers believed handling Leroy would be a walk in the park, but they were about to face a whirlwind they never saw coming. Leroy was ready to turn the tables in a way that left them completely stunned.
I don't have to respect them.
You can't disrespect them.
I could disrespect them if I want as well. It's called
can't
First
disrespect
Amendment.
them.
Now, I need to give him his award now.
This is a limited forum.
No.
And under OPMA, you need to step back.
No, I
Step
do.
back.
No, I do not
Step back
need
or your
to.
time will be eliminated.
No, I do not need to step back. First Amendment, I can be anywhere. There is no statute or law. You name the statute or law that says I have to be. I don't care what they say.
You're disrupting the meeting. Step
They are disrupting my time. I want my time back too.
Behind them, you're going to
No,
get arrested if you don't step back.
you give me the statute that says I have to step back.
You're disrupting the meeting.
I am talking. I
not
cannot
gonna
be
discuss this
disrupting the
anymore.
meeting when I'm speaking. I cannot be disrupting the meeting while I am speaking.
yelling at me right now.
You're disrupting my time right now. You're disrupting the meeting. Actually, you're not talking to me. You're being very good. But you are disrupting my time right now. So you need to stand down and let me and protect my First Amendment rights. That's what you need to do.
I'll protect it if you get behind the podium.
No,
Speak
I
from
don't
there.
need to be behind the podium. There is
Obviously,
no.
when you stand over here, you disrupt the meeting, so you need to get back there. Come on.
I am in a public area here, so I'm going to give Mayor Stack this very special award now.
The officer had no legal grounds to escort Leroy out of a public building, but what unfolded next was nothing short of disastrous. An embarrassing display of incompetence that shocked everyone watching.
I do not have
You
to.
want to get arrested? Is that what you want?
No, I do not want to get arrested.
All right,
But
then step
I
behind
want
the-
to
you're
exercise.
disrupting the meeting. This is a limited forum.
No,
There's
you are
certain rules
disrupting
here.
Time, place, and manner.
This is
Rules
my.
here. I'm explaining to you.
Get your face out of my face.
No, get
You-
your hand out of my face.
you came up to me.
Get your hand
Your
out of my
hands
face.
are in his
Yes,
face, sir.
get your hand
on my
Your
face.
hands are in his
Disrupting
face.
the meeting.
De-escalate. Your hands are in my face.
I'm de-escalating. You're not listening.
You're not de-escalating.
You have
You're not
disrupted
You're escalating.
my 5 minutes.
You're not listening.
You've
I'm going to
disrupted
tell you
my
one more
5
time. They told you were disrupting the meeting. Either you sit down or get behind the podium.
No one.
Are you gonna go behind?
Everyone has
Are you
protected my
going to
rights.
go behind the podium?
I don't have to go behind the
You're
podium.
disrupting the meeting. I'm telling you right now.
This
you're
is
disrupting
my
the meeting.
5
Arrest him.
minutes.
Your time is already
Arrest him.
expired,
Turn
sir,
around.
so you're gonna have to go. Your time is in the
Hey, don't strong arm me. I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to resist. Here, take that. I am being arrested for exercising my First Amendment right here in Union City, New Jersey. Mayor Stack has commanded they arrest me. Don't strong arm me.
The clueless cops decided to arrest Leroy, simply for exercising his First Amendment rights. As they tried to remove him from the building, Leroy wasn't backing down. He kept speaking out, calling out these corrupt goons for all the world to hear.
So these are the cops who broke the 100% track record of, and what, hey, you can tell them to stand down, right? They are not to be respected. They are disrespectable.
This is Brian Stack's Communist America right here.
Yep, look at this. An independent journalist gets arrested during his 5 minutes, and a captain says, I'm disrupting the meeting, when he disrupts the meeting.
These are the mindless anti-American goons right here.
There's moralists and conformists. Conformists will do whatever they are told, regardless of what is right. That's what the captain and Murrow, you know better. You could stand down. You don't have to do this, Murrow. Captain, you're so wrong, buddy. And you're going to lose your qualified immunity
There's no
here. You
law about
understand
standing
that, right?
behind a podium.
You're going to use your qualified immunity, your pension.
This is a man of limited intelligence. He does what he's told.
Right as he walks past the American flag.
The American flag means nothing to these people.
The police captain turned this illegal arrest into a complete joke, exposing his incompetence for everyone to see. It's no wonder why more and more people are losing trust in these officers.
Disgusting. He wants a promotion.
The low
Keep
quality.
yawning.
We saw the low quality captain there. Caused the
You gonna
disturbance.
arrest me
He
for
got
my
in your
freedom of
face.
speech, too?
He got loud with you. He caused the disturbance.
And he said I was disrupting the meeting.
No.
Well, he literally disrupted the
Right.
meeting while I'm talking during
He's
my 5
literally-
minutes.
Right. It's insane.
How often do you arrest people for speaking? You gonna arrest me too for
Being
speaking?
disrespectful to the to.
No, not you.
No, not me.
How do you
You're
sleep at night?
disgusting.
You're disgusting.
You're going to lose your qualified immunity.
Limited intelligence, and I don't like. Is that derogatory? Yes.
Not enough. He's a pig.
That is derogatory. I think you're an order follower and you're not intelligent. And because Brian
You're
Stack and that,
disgusting. You're a pig, bro. You're a pig.
because
you-
Brian
you-
Stack and that
You took an
mobster.
oath to the Constitution of the United States of America. You don't honor your oath? You take an oath, what? You just want the paycheck?
So this is the
Yep. He says yep. He says yep.
Mobster mentality right here.
Or you just follow orders.
I think you guys are police.
I think you're a bully. He's the one in cuffs. He's the one in cuffs. You're the one
We didn't
pointing
get
his
your-
face, yelling at him, don't disrespect him.
We didn't
You're
get
the
your
bully.
face.
Bum then and you're a bum now. That's my
And that's
opinion.
accurate. That's not defamation.
It's disgusting.
The corrupt captain was utterly humiliated and completely exposed by Leroy and the auditors, left with no way to save face. Meanwhile, Leroy, who was simply speaking out against the mayor and captain, ended up thrown in jail facing multiple charges. This is a far cry from what you'd expect in a free country, and we can only hope that justice prevails for him soon. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. We witnessed how law enforcement officers were completely owned and humiliated by everyday citizens who knew their rights. It's shocking to see how poorly some officers understand the law. Yet, it's also a reminder that the people of America are still fiercely protective of the Constitution, and we will continue to fight for it. If you agree with this message, show your support by liking this video, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on more eye-opening moments like these. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the next one right here.